Hello everybody, it's Gwen with CraftyLadyDesigns.com. It's a Tuesday. We are here with our little project. Our project today is that we are going to make another page in our art journal. Our art journal we started, when did we start? I don't know. This was the first page that I made. I made this page as well. It's, of course, Halloween. I love Halloween, and it's coming up. And then I made this one, and the die for this cup and saucer is at scrapadabadoo.com. Life is like a cup of tea. It's all in how you make it. Then we did this one in class. This was for the July 4th in July. And we decided that we would do a page periodically when we you know, we kind of slowed down on things to do and whatever. So, we're going to do a page today, and we're going to do an autumn page. But before we do, I have one little show and tell. I've not been crafting a lot because I've been really busy. I'm into this bookmaking, this kind of bookmaking and stitching and whatever. I don't know if you've done stitching or not. And if you'd like to do that sometime in class, we could do it. This is a file folder. I bought a box of these files, so I have a lot of them. I bought a box of these files a long time ago. I ordered them because my office supply didn't carry the color paper, or not color paper, but the craft. So anyway, I've been watching these junk journals. I've watched everything that Ashley has made. And I did make a junk journal, and with the coffee dyed paper and whatever. And I, years ago, used to do hand-stitched books. Not a lot, but I did, and different stitches. Well, I've discovered this one stitch. It's called the Daisy Runner stitch. If you see my old, this is my old work, whatever. I'm downstairs, and I'm cold. I know, it's probably 80 degrees outside, but Ronnie has the air up so cold. No, it's not really. It's probably about 65, 60. It's cooled down. Anyway, let me put this up. You don't need to see my, there. Excuse the boarding house reach. So I made this little folder with, of course, a file folder. Now, I cut it down, and I used raffia. I used this raffia on a big roll, tied a knot. I put a grommet on it, tied a knot, and run it through to tie it. One short of the other. It's just a file folder. And you take, and I did see this online someplace. You take your file folder and cut it the length that you want. And I forget, this measures, we could do one of these one time if you want to. I love them. Well, the outer cover measures 9 inches. And folded, it's about 6 1/4. And then you fold in, as you can see, where the cutout is. You measure, whatever, because it's obviously longer than, I don't know, the total length is 15, probably about 18 inches. So I folded in here, I folded this in about 2 1/4, and I tacked this down adhered this with my little hinges. Made a little hinge so you could put fatter things in the pocket. And this side, I scored it. It scored down the middle automatically at 6. Well, at 9 inches. And then I folded over and scored at 2 and 3. You see, at 5/8. I scored, and then about 1/4 of an inch I scored again, so you can have a little bit of a, you can see it here, a little bit of a, I don't know, so you could wrap it around. And of course, tack this down because I made this a flap. I run a grommet through it, run the raffia through it. Now the pages are, these are, this is craft paper. Ooh, that's loose. It's, I don't know, it's probably 65 pound. And I took an 8.5 by 11, folded it in half, scored it. I scored every one of them, folded them in half. And I really have 2 signatures in here. I had 2 separate signatures, 2 separate signatures. And then when I realized I didn't have that much of a spine to sew in 2 signatures. Hi, Char. Hi, honey. Glad you're here. Hi, Deb. I didn't have enough spine, so I put the 2 together. Now, it's pretty thick with 2 of them together. Probably shouldn't have done that. I should have either made a spine to house 2 signatures or just put in 1. Because each signature has 5 pages. Now, I also worked in between. I made a little flap out of the same paper. This is that Tim Holtz kind of oily type paper. I just love it. And I think they've quit making it. This is just a tag that I put down here at the bottom. Here's where I stitch it. It's the Daisy Rennerson. And I used wax thread, which I like. This is the other side of that little tag at the bottom. Here's the other side of the little oily paper. I don't know what this is called. I forget. But I really like it. And then it's just plain. Here's a tag. Here's another little tag I put in. It's just plain. It's cute. You could use it as a journal to write on. You could, of course, put photos, add pockets, whatever you want to do. So if you'd like to make one in class, let me know. We'll do it. And then, as I said, just run the raffia. This raffia, I got at World Market. I've had it for 100 years. I just wrapped it around, tied it in a bow. And I have plenty if it grows and all that kind of stuff. So that's my show and tell. That's all I've done besides work. Busy, busy. I think I'm going to work another 2 or 3 years. I say that. My sister said the other day, my nephew is home from the hospital with his open heart surgery. The surgery did very well, however. He has some other problems. I think they're on the mend, but anyway, he's home and he did very well. File folders. Deb, Char, Carol, who else is here? Danny Diva. Who is that? I mean, we got today. Of course, it's early. Oh, good. We got a good start. Okay, so that's my little show and tell. You want to make something like this, let me know, and I'll work something up. Next week, I'm going to do a mini 5 by 6, something like that size, with the new Graphic 45s. Well, I call it Halloween paper, the Odyssey paper, the new. I absolutely love it. Okay, here we go. We're going to use our with these. My thing broke. That's okay. Scrap-a-dab-a-doo has these on hand. We're going to use this. Let's see. We're going to use some other things. We're going to use Tim Holtz's die. If we don't get this finished today, we'll finish it next week. But we should. Use this die. This is going to be an autumn project. I'm also using some Timmy stamps that I have. I'm using various colors of cardstock to make the leaves. I got a pumpkin set here that I'm going to use. Some of my inspiration came from a book online, and then there again I showed this. Oh, I love this one. Now I was told, and I watched the other day somebody somebody on my group told me as well. Yeah, the Delusions book. Yes, Carol. Thank you, honey. Hi, Linda. Linda Cullum. Somebody said to move it around. See, I've been running them together. Well, apparently because it spreads, you know, it's already spreading, that it breaks your spine. So I'm going to move this around. So, do one in the front part of the book, do one in the back part of the book. It's hard doing the back part because it's like that. So I'm going to do it up towards the front. I'm not doing the very first page. When I did my first page, I did the middle simply because I'm going to make sure okay, that's going to be one, that's going to be one. If I screwed it up, because I'd never done it before, I didn't want it in the front of the book. I like this paper. I bit the bullet and bought this book because some people use other books or other type books. The paper is fantastic. It may be about 140 pounds. I'm not sure. So here we go. Now the first thing I do is cover my book pages with tissue paper. It does several things. It kind of gives it a background. We're going to cover most of it up. You'll be able to kind of see through it. But it also covers up the spine so the paints and the water and the various things won't leak through on other pages. And I've seen that and I just don't like that look. I've already kind of pre-cut. This was a roll of tissue paper I got someplace. I don't know. And I'm going to take this off now. I guess I'm moving around. I'm getting warm. Okay. So I was cold when I came down here. I've got paints. I have Primus spray paints. I have the new Rangers, whatever her name is, paints. I've got all kinds of things here. I might do some with the spackle. I'm using Golden's gel medium. I gotta find a paintbrush. Where's my paintbrush? Oh, here they are. Oh, I've really gotten into this. I love it. Oh, I do have to do one thing. I gotta go get it. Just 1 second. I'm right here. I gotta get some water. And some paper towel. Just a sec. I thought I was all good to go, and then the power went off and kind of threw me for a loop. For you newbies, my electricity went off about 12:35. Okay, I need some of this. I'll just lay it down here. Okay, here we go. Now what I do first, as I say, it's going to be an autumn. We did this card, this autumn card, and it's kind of looks something like this maybe. I've got a pumpkin and whatever. Some time ago, last year, quite frankly, is when we did it. So I'm kind of looking at that, and we're going to use those leaves. So I'm going to start out. I got ink every place, which I'm going to use. Okay, Carol, your room looks fantastic. My room is just, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to use some soft gel medium by Golden. You can use any gel medium you want, doesn't matter. And we're going to put down the, I'm going to put the gel medium all over. This is a soft gel medium. Oh, well, paper. Oh, come on, come on. Okay, here we go. There we go. This is, wet it down a little bit. Leave that thick. This is really thick gel medium. This is new. I was using, and I think Carol, I think they have it at the store as well. Cover it real well. And put your tissue paper over. Just lay it down. No rhyme or reason. This is just for kind of texture. And if it wrinkles up, it's okay. Gives it a little bit more texture. I'm going to take my bone folder and just kind of go over it. Does not have to be real smooth. Do the other side as well, of course. Oh, don't do that. We're going to seal this all up. I love doing these. I haven't done any more. I bought the big book as well. I haven't done anything in it yet. I have a fetish for books of all kinds. I read constantly. And, well, not constantly, but I should. My girlfriend, I belong to 2 book clubs, and I have been neglecting my required reading, as they say. Oh. I'm gonna have my heat gun. See, I thought I was ready. I've had paint everywhere. Oh. Has anybody been doing any exciting, was it, hi Ashley, honey, where are you? Hello, there she is. Hi, honey. I've watched everything you've made, Ashley. You missed my little show and tell. I made a little stitched book. And I'm into the Midoris. I bought me a leather Midori. I bought some leather to make one, and then I made the the other one with the Fabri-Tac, which I liked. It was fine. Bought me a leather one. It's a little, I don't know. It's a bigger size, but I don't know. I'm not a journaler. I'm not. I've tried for years to journal, and I don't know. I get bored with it. I mean, do I have to sit there and tell myself what I did? I don't know. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Hi, Scrap and Share. Is Margaret Ann here? Hi, Margaret Ann. Where are you, honey? I'm going to mod you. You're supposed to automatically mod, but I don't know why. Janny does. But where are you? Heavenly, Heavenly, Heavenly. Where are you? There you go, Margaret Ann. You can throw it out. I'm drawing this. Can I dry this as you go along? We put this on, and then I'm going to put on a coat of gesso. Got some new gesso. I love this book. And as I say, Scrappy Dabby Doo has this book. I think I missed some gluing down. Okay, then we're going to take our scissors and trim. I'm glued to my other paper. That's okay. You can sometimes pull this off the edge. Just pull it off like that. Sometimes you can't. Love these pages. I watch all the. I've been watching a lot of YouTubes and still a little damp, but not. And I keep the scraps to a certain point as well. Just tear it off, cut it off, whatever you need to do. I always try to do it along the edge, but. Okay, it's virtually, it'll tear off pretty good. If not, just use your scissors. I got some here that I'm going to trim. Don't cut into your page. I've done that. Some experience. Okay, there we go. Now, we have our we have that. I am going to put some gesso. I'm going to use this, the new white gesso. See if I like it. It's thicker. I don't know. Can you get it open? Can you get it open? I don't know. I think it's glued shut. I want to use it. Let me find some pliers. I find myself. Oh, there it goes. I was stuck. Okay, this is gesso. Oh, it's not as thick as I mean, it's fine, but it's not as thick as I thought it would be. I dropped my paper towel. You want to seal this up with your gesso or whatever, and I want this thin because I want to see through. I've got a little bit of texture here, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe and go over it. Can you see? I'm just painting the gesso on, just haphazardly covering it, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe and kind of go over it, because I do not want it covered. I just want it to seal. And can you see that? See, it covers it to a point, kind of. Okay. See, it covers it to a point. It just kind of, I don't know what to say. What does it do? What does it do? Oh, I'm going to be using this off and on all day. I don't know what it does. It mutes it. It kind of mutes it down a little bit. I really like it. Okay. Now, we are going to take, what are we going to take? We're going to take some paint. What are we going to take? I am going to take some distressed paints, Timmy's paints, Vintage Photo Ripe Persimmon. That's a little bright. Here's some acrylic. I don't want that. Barn red. What's this? That's tomato red. I don't want red. Here is kind of a rusty. I'm going to try this first, which I haven't used yet, obviously. And it's not mixed up very good. I don't know. I wanted an orangey color. I don't know if that's too dark. Gathered twigs. That's a pretty color. I'm going to use that too. I put the light on first, and then the dark. Oh, I think metallic. I don't want that. I'm having a terrible time. This I haven't opened yet, so I've got to open it. Any questions? We all still here? Recording? I'm going to put this lighter on first because I want it the orange and greens and browns because of fall, autumn, whatever. This is Americana Decor. Oh, this is chalk. Well, that's all right. It's got my sleeve in it, I think. It's kind of a chalky paint. I don't care. And it's an orangey color. I haven't done any more with my, and it dries fast, obviously. Hello. And we're going to do some dry it in between. You got any questions for me? How's your mom, Margaret Ann? How's she doing, honey? And Carol, you taking care of your mummies? I took care of mine. I really didn't have much to take care of my mom, but I did my dad. I was thinking I may work another 3-4 years. And I may work another 20. I don't know. Well, I doubt if I do that. Okay, this is... What is this? Vintage Photo. And I'll keep darkening these edges up. Rub it down with my hand. I got to get this sleeve out of the way or I'm going to have paint all over it. Of course, I've already... Dries fast today for some reason. I don't know. A little water on it. Move it around. Love the... I've been watching a lot of YouTubes. I kind of got inspiration on this from one I watched. We're not going to do it the same, but we're going to, you know, as I say, it was the leaves and pumpkins, and we're going to do a little saying. I have some word. Okay. Okay, let's dry that. It's got to be darker. Got to be darker. I like using the tissue paper. Now, I haven't done it any other way. But you can kind of see through it, or use some book pages or whatever. Because it keeps that paint from... I'm going to use some green. I'm going to have to use something darker too. This is just not... Fall colors. We always have a pretty fall in Indiana, southern Indiana, and Brown County, and oh, it's just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. That's too much. I'm here in the middle. Not dark enough. I need some I'm using this is Vintage Photo. I'm running it around the edge and kind of over the top, using my fingers to kind of blend it out. Come on now, don't do that. There we go. Kind of rubbing on the edges like so. And then blending it out. Can you see? With my fingers. I'm just going to rub it over the top. And there's texture from your... so you can see the texture. Let me show you. You can see... I keep dropping my paper towel. Oh. You can see the texture when you rub that ink pad over it. You can see the wrinkling and the texture from the from your tissue paper when you put it down and it wasn't real smooth. Who else is here? Who have I missed? My chat is rolling up. Who did I miss? What have I missed? Oh no, Carol, so many. Oh dear, what's happened? Excuse me. Thank you, Renee. Hi, Renee, honey. My chat run up. I didn't see you. Hi, I'm happy. Thank you very much. Oh, we got a nice crowd. Okay. So when you do that, as I say, now we're going to do a little darker as well. We need to darken this up. That was Vintage Photo. This is Walnut Stain. I'm going to kind of do the same thing. This is darker. I love Walnut Stain. It's one of my favorites. Take your fingers, kind of blend it in. Run it along the edge. Your paper's still wet. Does any of you remember back with Carol, what was her name? Had the television craft show forever. I used to watch it all the time. What was her name? I can't remember. Hi, Bunny. Of course we missed you. You missed me. I'm sorry, Bunny. Hi, sweetheart. My chat was rolling up. I just dropped my paper towel. Anyway, Carol, what was her name? She had that show. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I remember watching that a lot, but I remember when Tim Holtz was on there, I think, the very first time with this little whatever, and you talk about coming a long way, but, I mean, he deserves it, don't misunderstand, but strawberry cupcakes and lemon tea. Oh. Now, I am going to dry this. Now we're going to start layering more and more and more. What you do, you just layer, layer, layer. Layer, layer, layer. I don't know. I think I'm right. We have. What do we have? We have everything. I don't want that. Don't want that or that or that. Any of that. What do I want? Here's the tea spray. I love the tea. Oops, that's heavy. Oh, what is that? Wait a minute. That's peony. But I need some more dark. What's this? Worn leather. Ooh. This is worn leather. Prima's worn leather. Scrappy Dabby Doo. I got all of my Primas. Scrappy Dabby Doo. All this new I'm going to rub some of this in. I don't know that I want all that globby. And I now have spray all over my now that toned it down. I wanted that toned down some. And I sure as heck didn't want that all over everything, but darn it. Okay, but it is. So that was Worn Leather. It's a brown spray. I wanted to tone down that in the center. We're going to do some modeling paste here in a minute. A couple places I don't think I got that glued down well under, but it's okay. That gel, that golden soft gel is, now this gives it a little, you know, the Prima sprays have a little iridescent look to them. So that gives it a little shine. Ooh, I'm going to do that. Okay. Okay, I better cover this up. Some gal this morning I was watching gave a little tip. To keep your lids from sticking on your glues, your 6000 glue, those types of glues, these can lids, put Vaseline around the outer edge or inside the lid rim, and she said they will stick. I'm going to try it because mine always stick. Any questions? Color Bloom sprays. Got every one of them there. Patty, what about Patty Duke? Did she die? Well, thank you, but it comes off my nails. I don't have trouble with it. This is, and it comes off. I get acrylic, these are my nails, but I get acrylic polish on them. It's real durable, quite frankly. I can't work in rubber gloves. I see people do, I just can't. I've tried. Okay, now let's see. I tell you what I really need to do. I need to get this up here, my board, because I'm going to mix some gesso or some paint or something. I'll pull this off for right now. So here we are right now. This is kind of our background with the fall colors. It looks real ugly. It really, really does, but trust me, it will be okay. Well, I hope. We'll try to make it okay. I want to trim this down, but I don't want to cut my book. Okay. Yeah, I've been not studying, but I've been seeing a lot of okay, what are we going to use? What to do, what to do, what to do. Some of these I pulled out. I love the dots. Here's a dot. I love these. Carol has some berries. Berry here today. If you are, honey, and I missed you, hello. I got these on a ring. Oh, Lord. Ooh, I like that. Oh, come on. I don't want you all out. Let me put this back before I lose it. Which would not be hard for me to do. I have got to do something with this room. I don't know what to do. I got to quit buying. And I got a whole bunch of stuff ordered when it comes in. Oh, all the new. Oh, I love these. I got 2 of these. These are Tim Holtz. They have some on Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo, but I don't know if they have exactly these. But I apologize, Carol, if you don't. I like this one too. So we're going to take, oh, here it is. We're going to take whipped. I like this whipped, oh God, I can't talk today. I apologize. Whipped Spackle by Faber-Castell. I think you might have that as well. And I need a spackling. Okay, I guess this one's big, but I'll use this one. Okay, so we're going to put up some spackling. Love it. Everything's in my way. Ooh. Not too much. Now this is white. I know I was going to mix it, but by the time we're finished, this will have been sprayed and this and that and everything else. I want to dry this. I'm just going to use that one. Let me kind of wipe this off. Somebody that was doing videos showed, a long time ago, and they were doing primarily spackling and what like this, and they had a cake pan, a big long cake pan by their table, and was just dropping their templates in. I'm going to dry this. So I just put some, you know, around. No rhyme or reason. Kind of spread them out. They're going to be covered up, a lot of it, with... Now, I'll tell you, if you use the real thick spackling, this is a whipped finer. It's not real fine. It's a good consistency. But if you use the really, really thick, put it on real heavy, and keep your heat gun on it, it'll start bubbling. We did that. I think that happened last week or whatever when I did when I was using that, that gold. I might pull that out again. I love that. Well, this is right there is doing it too, because that heat bubbles up that texture and it makes it really cool. See, it's doing it now because it's really getting hot. And then when it deflates, it leaves this real neat texture. I'm screaming. I don't mean to be screaming. Bunny, Metwife, I'm Metwife, Bunny. Ma, I'm on my way. It takes 9. Him. I'm reading. What is it? What are we typing, Bunny? Okay. Pretty well dry. Now I'm going to set this aside right now because I didn't use this one. I really need to put this in to soak. I'll put it over here. Okay. I'm going to set this aside because we're going to cut out our leaves. Our leaves. I say leaves, like you're going to leave somewhere. Leaves. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. I'm going to use Tammy Holtz's die, Tattered Leaves. I love these. I've used them for this card. Remember, we did this card. Tattered Leaves, you can get this at Scrappy Dabba Doo. Well, now, Miss Carol, you have a point about the gloves. With whipped and Vaseline, how can that be neat? Timed. Some people keep tubs of water by their crown. Yeah, they do. Yeah, she had like a baking dish, a long one, or a bake pan, a cake pan, and had water and just dropped them in. And but I've got a bathroom about, I don't know, 12 feet, 10 feet,